Have you ever stood in front of the refrigerator, wondering what you can eat today that won't leave you feeling foggy by lunchtime? Maybe you've noticed those moments when a familiar recipe slips your mind, or when you reread a sentence twice before it finally clicks. It's not just about fresh ingredients or tasty meals. It's about choosing foods that feed your brain as much as they satisfy your appetite. Today, we're talking about 4 nutrition plans designed especially for seniors. 4 ways to boost your mental edge and slow down the clock, one delicious bite at a time. Imagine starting your day knowing that every meal is working behind the scenes to keep your memory sharp and your mind agile. No complicated calorie counts, no fad diets that leave you hungry and discouraged. Just simple, science-backed approaches you can weave into your everyday life. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore the first 2 of these plans, a Mediterranean-style approach that feels like sunshine on a plate, and the brain-protective mind diet that combines the best elements of 2 proven eating patterns. You'll hear stories of fellow seniors who swapped a few staples and found themselves thinking more clearly, stepping out with more confidence, and rediscovering the joy of cooking meals that nourish both body and mind. Let's begin with a plan that's as warm and welcoming as it is effective. The Mediterranean-style brain diet. Picture the olive groves of Greece, the sun-ripened tomatoes of Italy, and the simple seafood feasts along the Spanish coast. This isn't just about regional flavors. It's a roadmap for seniors who want to fill their plates with healthy fats, lean proteins, and colorful produce. Think of swapping your usual butter or margarine for a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil on steamed vegetables. Imagine enjoying grilled salmon 2 or 3 times a week instead of heavier meats, or adding a handful of walnuts to your morning oatmeal. Those walnuts bring omega-3s and antioxidants that help protect nerve cell membranes, while olive oil provides monounsaturated fats that support healthy blood flow to your brain. One day, you might stir a vibrant salad of baby spinach, sliced oranges, and a sprinkle of feta. Then toast a few slices of whole grain bread brushed with garlic and olive oil. Another day, you could simmer tomatoes and chickpeas with fresh herbs, serve them over brown rice, and feel proud of a meal that's both hearty and brain-friendly. It's the little adjustments, the extra handful of blueberries here, the move from white rice to quinoa there, that add up over weeks and months. Seniors all around are discovering that these swaps don't feel like sacrifice. They taste like fresh beginnings and a promise that each meal is a step toward greater mental clarity. Once you've embraced that sun-lit Mediterranean rhythm, let's talk about a plan fine-tuned for memory, the Mind Diet. Its name stands for Mediterranean-Intervention for Neurodegenerative Delay. But you don't need to remember that acronym. What matters is this: researchers designed it by cherry-picking the most brain-protective foods from both the Mediterranean diet and the DASH plan, which focuses on lowering blood pressure. For seniors who want targeted support against age-related decline, the Mind Diet highlights leafy greens, berries, nuts, beans, whole grains, fish, and poultry, while gently limiting red meat, butter, cheese, pastries, and fried foods. Imagine waking up to a spinach and mushroom omelet, enjoying a lunch of mixed berry parfait with a sprinkle of almonds, and dinner of baked trout with a side of steamed broccoli. Snacks might include a small handful of walnuts or an apple with a smear of nut butter. There's room for flexibility. You can savor dark chocolate once in a while, but the emphasis stays on things like kale, collards, and blueberries almost every day. What seniors love about this plan is how easy it is to customize. If you're not a fan of fish, you can lean on beans and lentils. If cheese calls your name, choose a lighter sprinkle of feta or goat cheese. It's about building habits that feel natural and tasty, rather than forcing you into strict rules that don't fit your lifestyle. These first two plans, the Mediterranean style and the Mind diet, share a focus on whole, minimally processed foods and a rainbow of plant-based choices. They're gentle on your digestive system, kind to your heart, and nurturing for your brain's wiring. You'll feel the difference not just in your recall of names and dates, but in your everyday energy and mood. And the best part is how these meals bring people together. A shared bowl of olives and cheese, a family-style plate of grilled veggies, laughter over a berry-topped dessert. Food that feeds the mind can also feed the soul. Now that we've explored those first two approaches, we're ready to delve into the next pair of nutrition plans, each bringing its own unique twist to help you fight aging and keep your brain buzzing with vitality. Let's move on to Plan 3, where we'll discover how intermittent fasting variations can marry with senior-friendly habits for an unexpected boost. So you've woven Mediterranean-style feasts and the Mind diet's brain-boosting favorites into your daily meals, and you're already feeling more energized and clear-headed. Let's keep that momentum rolling with two more plans that bring fresh twists to nourishing your mind and body. First, we'll explore how a gentle rhythm of eating and fasting can sharpen your focus. Then, we'll dive into a plate-colorful approach that soothes inflammation and fuels those memory pathways. Imagine discovering that the times you eat can be as nourishing as what's on your plate. You might have heard of intermittent fasting, but as a senior, you don't need anything extreme. Just a simple window that lets your body rest and reset. Start by aiming for a 12-hour overnight fast. If you finish dinner by 7 in the evening, wait until 7 the next morning for breakfast. Over a few weeks, you might stretch that gently to a 14-hour window, giving your digestive system extra time to recover and your brain a chance to tidy up the day's metabolic byproducts. Many seniors find that skipping late-night snacks not only clears up afternoon brain fog, but also leads to deeper, more refreshing sleep. Picture yourself sipping warm herbal tea in the evening, savoring the ritual without worrying about calories, then greeting the morning with a nourishing breakfast that feels earned and delightful. Let's bring that idea to life. Say you have eggs and spinach on whole grain toast at 8, a midday salad featuring grilled chicken and a handful of walnuts at noon, and a cozy bowl of lentil soup at 6. Outside that 11-hour window, you hydrate with water, clear broths, or herbal infusions that keep your energy steady without undoing the fast. Over time, your body grows accustomed to this ebb and flow. Insulin levels stabilize, inflammation dips, and you may notice sharper recall when you reach for a name or detail. Mary, a retired teacher, told me she started with a 12-hour fasting window and noticed she stopped misplacing her glasses nearly as often. It wasn't just willpower, It was a small change that helped her brain work more efficiently. Now let's paint a different but equally powerful picture. Imagine a meal plan built around calming inflammation, one of the sneakiest culprits behind age-related memory slowdown. Think of vibrant reds, deep purples, bright yellows, and fresh greens that flood your body with antioxidants. You might begin your day with a smoothie of blueberries, spinach, a touch of ginger, and a scoop of ground flaxseed. Midday, savor a turmeric-tinged vegetable stir-fry over quinoa with sliced bell peppers, broccoli florets, and a sprinkle of sesame seeds. As evening approaches, you could curl up with a bowl of bone broth-based soup studded with tomatoes, kale, and shredded chicken. Each color on your plate represents compounds that quiet inflammatory signals, support healthy blood flow, and guard the delicate cells that store your memories. You don't need to learn complicated recipes or track every spice. Just look for foods with anti-inflammatory superpowers. Berries bring anthocyanins that protect neurons. Fatty fish like sardines or mackerel supply DHA for cell membrane strength. And herbs like rosemary or thyme add subtle flavor plus brain-friendly polyphenols. If you love warm drinks, a nightly golden milk of turmeric, cinnamon, and nut milk can become a soothing ritual that signals bedtime while reinforcing those protective effects. Mr. Lee, whom I know from the community center cooking class, began adding a teaspoon of turmeric to his scrambled eggs and noticed his joint pain eased and his mind felt clearer during chess games with friends. Bringing these approaches together is easier than it sounds. You might follow your 14-hour fasting window 6 days a week, slipping in that colorful anti-inflammatory bowl whenever hunger strikes during your eating window. Over time, these patterns become habits. You look forward to the ritual of a morning greenberry smoothie, enjoy the calm of an early dinner before the fasting window begins, and drift into sleep with less digestive discomfort. The pathways you build in your brain mirror the routines you create in your kitchen and at your table. As you mix elements from Mediterranean, mind, time-restricted, and anti-inflammatory plans, you craft a personalized nutrition plan that suits your tastes, your schedule, and your memory goals. Now that we've explored all 4 nutrition plans, embracing sunshine-lit Mediterranean flavors, targeted mind diet choices, simple fasting rhythms, and vibrant anti-inflammatory plates, you're equipped with a toolkit for sharper thinking and healthier aging. In our final conversation, we'll talk about weaving these strategies into everyday life, keeping motivation high, and handling those occasional days when life throws you off track. With small, consistent steps, you'll find that nourishing your brain becomes not just a plan, but a joyful way to live each day to the fullest. Bringing these 4 nutrition plans into your everyday life can feel like learning a new dance. At first, you might stumble over the steps, but with a little practice, it becomes second nature and even a joy. Start by thinking of mealtime as an opportunity to nourish both your body and your mind, rather than a chore or something to rush through. As you plan your week's groceries, imagine filling your cart with rainbow-bright vegetables, ripe berries, whole grains, nuts and seeds, fresh fish or lean poultry, and a handful of spices that whisper flavor and health in every molecule. You might find it easiest to carve out a little time on a weekend or a quiet morning to put together simple meals that stretch across a couple of days. Cook a pot of whole grain pasta tossed in olive oil and garlic, then stir in fresh spinach and a few cherry tomatoes each time you plate it. Roast a tray of mixed vegetables, bell peppers, zucchini, red onion, and eggplant, with a sprinkle of herbs, and use them to top a bed of quinoa for lunches you can grab from the fridge. A big batch of lentil soup or chicken and vegetable stew can become the backbone of dinners, with new twists each evening, from a dollop of yogurt and fresh cilantro to a handful of crunchy almonds for texture. When you're shopping, aim to think of your cart as an artist's palette. The more colors you include, the wider the array of nutrients and antioxidants you sprinkle into your day. If you love berries, choose whichever is on sale. Blueberries, strawberries, or blackberries all pack those brain-protecting anthocyanins. If salmon feels like a treat, mix in other fatty fish on alternating weeks. Sardines, mackerel, or trout will do the same job for your neurons. And when it comes to greens, rotate between kale, Swiss chard, collards, and baby spinach, so your meals always surprise your taste buds. As the days roll by, listen to your body's whispers. If you notice afternoon brain fog creeping in, perhaps a handful of walnuts or a small bowl of yogurt with sliced fruit will give you a gentle boost. If evenings find you restless, turn toward a soothing anti-inflammatory mug of golden milk, letting the warmth and subtle spice lull you toward sleep. And if you crave a bit of structure, try maintaining a consistent overnight fast, finishing dinner by 7 and enjoying breakfast at 7 the next morning. It's a gentle rhythm that respects your digestive system and gives your brain ample time to tidy up each night. Life has a way of tossing curveballs, a surprise dinner out, a holiday feast, or a day when nothing seems to go as planned. That's perfectly okay. Treat those moments not as failures, but as chances to practice kindness toward yourself. If you indulge in a creamy dessert one evening, get back on track at the very next meal. If you miss your usual fasting window because a family celebration ran late, simply return to your routine the following day. The habits we build over time are what truly matter, not perfection in every moment. You might also find motivation by inviting someone else along for the journey. Perhaps a friend would enjoy swapping recipes or comparing notes on which smoothie blend offers the creamiest texture. Maybe a family member could join you in a weekend cooking session, learning how to roast nuts to bring out their flavor or blend spices into homemade salad dressings. Sharing these experiences kindles a sense of community, making healthy eating feel like a shared celebration rather than a solitary task. As your weeks progress, you'll begin to notice subtle but meaningful changes. Conversations that once required a mental pause start to flow more naturally. A sudden craving for sugar might fade as you realize how satisfying a handful of mixed nuts can be. You'll find yourself looking forward to discovering a new leafy green at the farmer's market, or experimenting with a fresh spice that adds a zing to an old favorite. And those moments when you reach for your phone and effortlessly recall a name or detail will remind you that every nourishing bite has played a part in sustaining your mind. This journey isn't solely about what you eat. It's about how you honor yourself. By choosing meals that support your memory, you're sending a message to your body and brain that you value clarity, vitality, and joy. You're creating a rhythm where food becomes a celebration of health, where each plate is a canvas for vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that guard your neurons and help you feel more present in every conversation, every memory, every laugh. We'd love to hear which of these 4 nutrition approaches speaks to you most. Have you already tried winding your meals around Mediterranean flavors, or found comfort in the Mind Diet's blend of greens and berries? Did a gentle overnight fast surprise you with clearer mornings? Or maybe you fell in love with a rainbow-bright anti-inflammatory bowl? Share your stories in the comments below, and let's build a community where we support each other's healthy choices and celebrate every small victory. If you found these ideas helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical tips to age with strength, curiosity, and joy. Together, we can turn the simple act of eating into a pathway to sharper memories, brighter days, and a future filled with possibility. Here's to nourishing your body, empowering your mind, and savoring every moment of this wonderful journey.